right, you guys, let's get back into the show. So, y'all, speaking of Tyler Perry, we're about to move into the TD Jakes of it all. And Pastor Geno Jennings has been slamming Tyler Perry and TD Jakes for a while now, Karen. So I just wanted to play y'all this clip to see if there was anything true to what this man was saying, because, you know, I think he's a charlatan as well. But let's just see what he has to say.
Tyler Perry became rich by committing abomination. Yeah. Dressing like a woman. Ain't nothing funny about it.
Go ahead, brother.
Acting like a sissy. Now up trying to be a motivational speaker, a preacher.
Somebody is homophobic.
Still making money from Medea and still trying to motivate. Motivate what? Who's motivating? Is it Medea or Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all really upset about this cross-dressing thing, huh? He probably has panties on under this suit right now.
Trifling, no good things that play with the name of the Lord Jesus, and you preachers are scared to say anything because you feel honored for these fakers coming in your church.
That's right.
Not the church.
When Tyler gave Jakes that $1 million, Jakes looked like something that came out of a carnival.
Yes, he did.
Tyler went off on that fake tongue.
How did all of the men know to come and grab him? When I tell you these people is putting on a goddamn show for y'all.
They laid his hands on the devil. And Jake stood there on television.
Y'all, if this ain't some of the most theatrical shit, why have I never seen? I feel like this must have went in one.
Then after he did that, he went into another thing. The devil kept uppercutting.
That's right.
That wasn't no Holy Ghost.
No.
That was $1 million ghost.
That's right.
Oh, no Holy Ghost. That was $1 million ghost. You sick religious things keep playing with God.
Yeah.
Money loving Tyler Perry.
Not standing in a fucking mega church talking about money loving Tyler Perry. Child, everybody love money. Everybody loves money. Money is access. Money is comfort. Money is abundance in this system. That's the system we live in. Y'all want to make another one? Go ahead. Take us back to the barter system, bitch. But stop complaining to us like you're not trying to get people's money down to that church. But Geno, I ain't gonna lie, baby. You said a word. Let's go ahead and move on to the TD Jakes of it all. Girl.
Allegedly.
This is allegedly. Now, people, listen, I think Tasha has already come out and said that this is not true about the FBI having Kim Porter's phone. The FBI, the federal hood, ain't got no cell phone. That's what Tasha said. All right. But everything else we can pretty much say we've heard it all before. Let's get into it.
Ain't nobody gonna catch me slipping, okay? Okay. So allegedly, Cassie has turned over evidence to the feds. Yes, to the feds. She has turned over videotapes, a USB drive, and Kim Porter's burner phone. Now, there is also an alleged email out saying a plethora of other things that include TD Jakes with Diddy. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. I'm not finna say nothing else.
Says here, yo, bro, Cassie has turned over substantial amounts of evidence to the feds. I'm told that after Cassie had a long conversation with Blank, I have to protect this person. They're going through a lot right now. And her lawyers, she finally was convinced to give up the videotapes and audio recordings that contain footage of S parties and other private gatherings that feature some pretty powerful and prominent people. And get this, she even gave up a burner phone and USBs that belong to Kim Porter with incriminating evidence against Diddy. I'm told that there are a slew of artists, politicians, and entertainers that are about to be exposed and arrested for H10. I'm paraphrasing there, okay? H10. I'm told that Cassie's husband played a significant role in getting Cassie to turn over the evidence. It's to my understanding that Cassie felt that by exposing the truth, it would also make her look like a filthy Moor. And I'm paraphrasing there because some of the videos she turned in, it shows her getting number one, okay, guys? I'm paraphrasing again.
Very Robert Kelly-ish over there at Diddy's house.
And committing more disgusting acts that she was forced to do. I'm also told that multiple male escorts corroborated the fact that TD Jakes have slept with multiple men at Diddy's parties and abroad, and they refer to him as being a power bottom. Wow. It's also
That does not surprise me.
been said that a young male has acquired a lawyer to represent him as he is set to sue Jakes for an incident that took place when he was just years old. It's been said that the young man was forced to perform sloppy toppy, and I'm paraphrasing here, guys. You can actually put two and two together to understand what I'm trying to say. It's been said that the man's family were members of the Potter's house, but left the church in 2015. According to multiple church insiders, the parents were paid off to keep quiet. The guy's a grown man now and is seeking his own justice. It's been said that the young man doesn't even deal with his parents even to this day because they took hush money. According to Pastor Blank, and I have to protect this pastor, Bishop Jakes is about to get railroaded and all of his dirt will be exposed. That's why the bishop has quietly lawyered up. He sees his fall from grace coming.
Just don't look good for nobody. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody. Hollywood is being turned upside down. Jeffrey Epstein's list is going to come out. If this is actually,
I don't know if Jeffrey Epstein's list is going to come out. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. And I honestly feel like at this point, if it was going to be released, they would have released it already. I've never liked TD Jakes. Something about him has just always rubbed me wrong. I also actually listen to what pastors say. I don't just listen to the inflation in their voices and all of that shit. I don't just listen.
This is allegedly.
I don't just listen to how they talk. And I think a lot of people listen to preachers speak as if they're listening to music. They're listening to the rhythm. They're listening to whether his voice is going up or down. They're listening to the passion in his voice, but they're not actually listening to the words. Because if they were listening to the words, then they would have a problem with what they were sitting there allowing to be indoctrinated into their spirit.
I would have been.
Hold up. I want this to blow up.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you, I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed?
What do y'all think TD Jakes was thinking about when he decided to go on ahead and have this moment on stage? You know, I just feel like sometimes people be telling on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just be letting you know exactly where their head is with it when they talk, and you don't even know. You don't even have the context. But once you get the context and you get to go back and listen to everything everybody be saying, child, it'll give you a whole different perspective. So this is what Tasha said. I really hate to disappoint y'all, but the Cassie story of her turning over Kim Porter's phone to the feds is a complete lie. Cassie signed an ironclad NDA and will void her payoff if she cooperates or even speaks on this. Indeed, she left crumbs in her lawsuit for the feds to pick up on, but she cannot and probably will not forfeit her payoff anytime soon or ever. The feds have not raided any of Diddy's homes. However, they are investigating. But Diddy has his holes in check for now. So they have nothing to charge him with. And the TD Jakes power bottom story, let's just say it ain't the first we've heard of this. Okay. And y'all know that like there are stories about TD Jakes' daughter basically kidnapping this woman's baby who was a member of their church. They just like took this lady's baby. She was fighting to get her baby back. And it just, we don't know if that lady ever got her baby back. Okay, we don't know. But all I do know is, you guys, Hollywood is definitely about to be turned upside down. It is giving Bishop TD Jakes swallows. Okay, swallows. Okay, he's a power bottom. Child, they had me dying laughing on Twitter. I'm not even gonna lie. I wish I had saved some of those funny ass some of them funny ass tweets and shit that I saw. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. No, because I remember I did send one. I sent one to the homegirls. Hold up, y'all. All right, y'all. Hold up, because we've been talking about a lot of stuff, so I want to make sure. Here it go. Here. Wait a minute. Here you go. Because I need us to laugh. I need for us to laugh, girl. Look at this shit, y'all. TDJ said Diddy secret party. Wait a minute. I don't want to play the music again, but goddamn it, I had to play the music in order for it to really hit. Oh my God. They look, I showed y'all this one always. TD Jakes was hiding in plain sight this whole time.
Swallowed up.
Propaganda.
Notice how TD Jakes has stayed in that pocket the whole
To
time.
single ladies for TD Jakes.
Yo, yes, his hand absolutely stayed in his pocket the entire time. And oh my God, and look at him giggling. He's just giggling and enjoying it and looking at the man's ass. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay. And he asked him to do this. Oh my, look, he had to man it up a little bit because it was a little bit too feminine. He knew he was being watched by the walrus. He knew he was being watched by this walrus power bottom that cannot wait to corner him. Yeah. Oh, listen, he's already fucked now. All right. TJ to his team of lawyers and PR after seeing why he's trending.
Wake up out of your sleep. Wake up out of your sleep. Wake up, I command you.
Yo, look at him in there acting for everybody, and they just eating that shit up.
Before I say anything, this is a
They eating that shit up. Do you hear me? Oh Lord. It was a funny time on Twitter yesterday. It was a funny time. But anyway, y'all, we about hold up. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to some other things because we definitely have some other things to discuss. It ain't over, y'all. It ain't over. Stop. Stupid ass. Put your hands together. Everybody see. So while we talking about TD Jakes, y'all, let's discuss Claudia Jordan. Okay. Claudia Jordan says that a director that she knows drugged her friend. Okay. Your time is coming too, is what she said. Let's check out the clip. Let's check out the clip.
Black guy. He didn't ever really blow up that big, but he's done some stuff. He actually drugged one of my friends. And again, I tell y'all things, but I don't expose him all the way. I say the part that I've been allowed to say. So one of my friends, she was actually drugged by this director, and he follows me. Hello. And your time's going to come. It's going to come. I'm just letting you know right now, your time will come. And people say, oh, you're going to stop people. You're going to prevent people from, you're going to allow more people to get hurt if you don't say anything. I can't make people come forward until they're ready. But when they do, I will support them. He didn't drug me. He just locked the door on me, tried to make me take off my shirt and audition and read topless. And I said, absolutely not. And I was about to cry. And then I'm getting out. But I'm just saying, he didn't rape my friend, but he drugged her. Like, what was the reason? And she escaped. But there was another director, black guy. He didn't ever really blow up that big. But he's done some stuff. He actually drugged one of my friends. And
Claudia want to be a part of something so bad. She is a part of something. The entertainment industry, where they like to drug people or try to coerce them into sex on casting couches. It is something that everybody has heard about in the entertainment industry. It is something that everybody has experienced, but not everybody is going to say anything because Hollywood is well insulated. And you will get blackballed if you're not kissing the right ass or apparently sucking the right cock. Lily said, welcome to the world of entertainment, the place where everything comes with a price. Shaking my head. I'm so glad I stayed away from the extracurricular activities. Some of these people are sick in the head, y'all. For real. It's the fact that she said this man follows her, then proceeded to say he wanted her to audition topless and tries to lock her in a room. My question is, why isn't he blocked? That's a good question. Why isn't he blocked? Maybe because y'all like to go and look up who people don't follow and who they've blocked, and she maybe thought it would bring more attention to it if she blocked him. Maybe that's what she thought. Or maybe she didn't even, really think about it until all of this stuff started coming out. But essentially, like, just because somebody didn't go and block you doesn't mean that it didn't happen. And it probably happened so much to them, they don't even feel like going through all of that. How many times actresses and models get propositioned in such a manner? Like, it probably happens so much, they kind of are desensitized to it. So no, you wouldn't think to block him. But y'all like to believe Claudia is always lying about something, even though this shit happens so often in Hollywood. Why the fuck would she even have to lie? Innocent people are getting judged and dragged due to guessing and speculation. This wrong on so many levels, to be honest. This is what works on my nerves. What has actually happened to any of these people besides people are online saying it could be them? They're getting judged and dragged. People get judged and dragged anyway. People get judged and dragged whether they do something or not. I don't feel like we should be putting, possible predators' feelings and who's getting dragged. Nobody's going to court. Nobody's been arrested. Nobody has been hauled in for questioning that we know of. So at the end of the day, people do not have to tell you a name if they don't want to, because they have to protect themselves first and foremost. And the idea that innocent people are getting judged, how the fuck do you know they're innocent, ma'am? How do you know? How do you know they're innocent? And who are you talking about specifically? At the end of the day, it is not the victim's responsibility, I feel like, to be protecting the fucking innocent predators out there. Like, get the fuck out of here. If I want to protect myself first and not tell y'all who it is, because if I tell y'all, I might be putting myself in harm's way. If I don't have my ducks in a row. Or maybe they still just scared about what's going to happen to them, their careers. It's called self-preservation, bitch. That's just how I feel about it, y'all. But y'all gonna be how y'all gonna be. Y'all gonna act how y'all gonna act, which is to always protect a goddamn predator. Okay? Now let's move on. Dr. Jackie. Y'all know we talked on Married to Medicine, my Married to Medicine recap. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It was good. I discussed Dr. Jackie in this old clip. I believe it was from 3 years ago. I did not know it was from 3 years ago at the time, but I feel like, so what? It was from 3 years ago. I think that Dr. Jackie is the same person she was 3 years ago. Okay. So essentially, she gets up there and she says that Black women cry wolf, and that's why doctors don't believe them when something is actually happening. But that doesn't make any sense, because if something is actually happening and a person keeps complaining, just because you could not find the reason for their complaint, or just because you could not remedy whatever their complaint was, does not mean they were crying wolf. And I also feel like it's weird as fuck that y'all want so badly for pregnant women to be working. Why is that such a big deal for y'all? If insurance will pay for these women to go and sit down and bake these babies comfortably, I don't understand why anybody has a problem with that. Especially when insurance companies are a fucking scam to begin with. All they do is take your money as if something is going to happen. And when something actually does happen, they want to nickel and dime you and then raise the price of what you are already paying, as if you haven't been putting money into this insurance pot for years. So at the end of the day, if they're going to pay for women to be able to go sit down comfortably in their homes and not have to be at work while they're pregnant, I don't see why there are so many of y'all that have an issue with that. I don't understand why there's a man on Twitter fucking talking to me about how, oh, I know a woman that was telling me she was going to go and get a doctor's note and make it seem like she was in more pain than she was in, so she would be able to get off from work. So this ain't fucking slavery. So what? So what? She is baking a human being. She really shouldn't have to work if she doesn't want to work. Simply, if she doesn't want to work, she should not have to work because she's having a baby. So if her insurance is going to cover it, why do you care, sir? Dr. Jackie, why do you care, ma'am? You don't even take Medicaid. What the fuck do you care? If Medicaid is going to pay for whatever, or the insurance company is going to pay. Why do you care, Dr. Jackie, about these women not having to be slaves, working up into the goddamn last minute, feet swollen, baby sitting on their goddamn bladder, lower back hurting? All of those symptoms aren't enough for me to go and sit down somewhere. I got to be what? High risk? The baby got to be at risk of flopping out of my coochie before y'all will go and let a black woman sit down and comfortably enjoy her uncomfortable ass pregnancy from the piece of her household. Y'all got a problem with that. It feels like internalized racism that you feel like black women need to be up there scratching and surviving good times and working into the last minute and suffering through uncomfortable pregnancies while working just so you don't have to write a fucking doctor's note. Great. We so glad we got Dr. Jackie in our corner. Okay. So Dr. Jackie spoke out and this is what she said. Let me blow this up a little bit. Why y'all always want to give me stress trouble? Like, why y'all always want to give me stress trouble? Like, why y'all can't just blow this shit up the way I need y'all to so I can see it? Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Recently, a clip from a nearly 2-hour video was taken out of context to make it appear, girl, get the fuck out of here. To make it appear that I somehow take lightly what I have advocated for concerning the devastating problem facing the Black maternal health crisis. It has been my life's work to highlight and attempt to rectify the issues that devastatingly impact Black maternal mother versus our counterparts. Just because you use your platform to speak about something does not mean that you are acting that way in your practice. I have heard from more than one woman over the past. We're going to watch a video, but I've also heard in private from people that I know that Dr. Jackie does not have good bedside manner. And I've experienced that myself. Doctors, period, seem to think that they're God and they should be able to shell out health care as they see fit. As a physician, I educate my patients every day to be their own best health advocate. As we continue to face medical mistreatment and gaslighting, my intention with the broader conversation was to ensure patients enter their pregnancies armed with information and tools to effectively communicate their needs with their doctors to ensure a positive outcome. Crying wolf were the words you used. Black women are dramatic and they cry wolf. That's what you said. That was a complete paragraph that I don't give a fuck how long that clip was. There is no way we took that shit out of context, Dr. Jackie. That's a nice try. I know you think you're smarter than everybody, but no. The reason I became an OBGYN is because growing up, I saw such a lack of diversity amongst the medical professionals and was determined to be a part of the change. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I will continue to fight for the lives of Black mothers and babies. Sure, Dr. Jackie, fight for it by being an advocate, a face, talking about it, but not by actually showing it in your practice. That was her comment.
Sometimes as African-American women, we're a bit more dramatic in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain.
We're a bit more dramatic. We're the ones that are least likely to go to the hospital. We're the ones that are least likely to express that we're having issues because nobody listens to us anyway. We'll just sit there and take the fucking pain and not know what's going on. But Dr. Jackie is up here once again acting like we misheard something. Bitch, that's me.
And you're not taking
I didn't realize I was on the neighborhood talk.
Wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African-American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem.
Girl, if you want to act like what you said ain't what you said, that's up to you. But no, I feel like you said exactly what the fuck you said. And now we got the other doctors coming out to support her as we knew that they would. Okay. Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie's girlfriend, said, I stand with Dr. Jackie Walters. I know her heart. She has done so much for so many. We have all learned lessons and will forever be changed. Does that mean that there's some accountability on y'all's part to recognize where she misspoke? Come on now. Dr. Simone Whitfield said, I know firsthand, personally, and professionally, Dr. Jackie is a great doctor. As Black female OBGYNs, we are grateful when patients choose us and place their trust in us. Black mothers are dying 3 times more than any other ethnic group, and we are working hard to fight these statistics. While there are no perfect people or doctors, we give our best and only want the best medical outcomes for each and every patient. Is that right? I just want to say that that might be the case, but the way you care for your patients is very important. And Dr. Simone, I've heard good things about your bedside manner. So it bothers me that you want to go out on this limb and risk your reputation to fall in line with Dr. Jackie. Because to be honest, I don't believe that Dr. Jackie has good bedside manner. She seems cold. She seems hard. She seems like a bunch of sharp edges. And I might see her have all this care for her celebrity clients, but what I have heard about her when it comes to just her regular everyday clients, that's not what we're hearing. Girl, not them. They keep posting me. Okay, Twitter. Listen, shout out to the neighborhood talk. I forgot his name. Damn. Y'all, I'm always forgetting shit. But shout out to him. Shout out to him for sharing my post. All right, hold up. Because there's another clip that I wanted to play for y'all. Hold up. Let me get that. Because that's also in my DMs. Okay, wait a minute. Hear me, baby. Gonna be all right. We don't have to fight. Oh my God. Okay, hold up. I want to share this with y'all, but y'all know TikTok had to put me through a whole fucking verification system just to pull his link up. Kyle, thank you. Kyle, shout out to Kyle. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm seeing Dr. Jackie all over my For You page in regards to the comments she made about Black women, and I just want to give my 2 cents. I chose Dr. Jackie because, she's in the Atlanta area. She was a Black female doctor, and knowing like the high mortality rate with Black women during childbirth, I wanted to feel protected, so I wanted a Black doctor. But honestly, this was the most traumatic birthing experience I could have possibly thought I would have went through. To make a long story short, the day I turned 38 weeks, Dr. Jackie decided to induce me because they thought my baby had a low birth weight, meaning they thought he only weighed like 5 pounds. I went to the hospital that day, not knowing that I was going to be spending the next 3 days in labor, in excruciating pain. And not only was it painful for me, it was painful for my child because his heart rate was going up and down, up and down, up and down, with them trying to exhaust every option they could to get him out of me. So when all their methods failed, they ended up telling me that I had to have an emergency C-section because his heart rate had got too low. And y'all, when I tell y'all I was bawling from the moment they told me to the moment they put me on a table, crying, couldn't talk, like I couldn't even open my mouth. After that was all said and done, weighed him, he ended up being 6 pounds, 8 ounces, meaning he didn't have a low birth rate and he could have stayed in me until he was ready to come out. Mind you, in those 3 days, I didn't see Dr. Jackie one time. Not one time did I see her. And I had my baby during COVID, so it was only one person allowed in the delivery room, me and my mom, and I was scared out of my mind. Okay, scared. And then my baby, like now he has like developmental delays. And I don't know if I should associate that with them inducing me because personally, I feel like if they let him cook a little bit longer, he would have been fine. But who am I to say that's correlated? But that's just my story and I'm sticking to it and I will not be going back to her.
Listen. Somebody said they sent me a video on Twitter. You added me in it? I'm on Twitter right now. I don't see anything. Hold up. Something from 2 hours ago? Oh, no, it's the same thing. Okay, so you sent me the same thing that I already have. Okay, got you. But yeah, And I also heard from one of my favorite subbies. I heard from her that her experience with Dr. Jackie wasn't good either. And to me, when we're talking about high mortality rates with Black women, one of the things I always hear about is doctors wanting to induce labor so that they can hurry up and get you out of the hospital. They want to hurry up and get that bed free. And that's a lot of times while they would make women have C-sections more often now than they used to. And that's one of the reasons why when I was really thinking about getting pregnant, I did not want to have a baby in a hospital. I wanted to have a doula and I wanted to have a birthing center because I didn't want anybody forcing me to have a C-section to fit their bottom line or to hurry up and push me out of a hospital bed. If I'm going to, have a baby, I want to have it naturally and I want it to come out when it's ready to come out, not when you're ready for it to come out. But the way they handling women right now, I don't want to be pregnant. Like y'all are putting women in jail and shit and charging women for miscarriages. I don't want to I don't want to I don't want to no, I don't want to be pregnant. No, thank you. I'm good. Maybe eventually, maybe that's not for me in this lifetime. But all of this shit makes you not want to have kids. My mama said she remembers going in with me and the nurse told her, "Oh, you don't even look like you're in pain. You'll be sent home." My mama got to the room and was already 4 centimeters dilated. Like, you don't look like you're in pain. Bitch, what does that have to do with me being pregnant and a baby being about to come out my coochie? Oh my God. Hey, Bondy, half day of work. Been a little tough this season. They found mold in our kitchen. Fixed the leak. Insurance won't cover, but we're going to be all right. Just thank you for brightening my days. I totally understand. I got a leak in my foyer right now. Praying for you. Those things happen because of the hospital and insurance, not doctors. What happens because of insurance and hospitals and not doctors? Because don't most of these things have to go through doctors? If she, in this exact example that we just used, that girl said that they made her think that they needed to induce labor when they didn't. So how is that not a doctor issue as well? It all makes you have pause. It all makes you take pause for wanting to get pregnant. It does. Hey, Talia. I'm not ready to have a child yet, but the father of my child can't be ignorant to the risk of labor. I need to be able to trust him to advocate for me if I can't speak for myself while in labor. I know that's right. I thought I was the only one that felt that way about having children. No, you're not. It's the doctors. The insurance company made the hospital release me after having twins with high blood pressure. My nurses fought to keep me in the hospital. Your nurses. Your nurses, not your doctors. Okay. We ain't say nothing about no nurses around here, did we? I'm just saying there's a difference. And I'm glad that you had people there that were advocating for you. But it is it's not just the insurance companies, it's also the doctors. The doctors write the order. It don't be the insurance reps in the hospital rooms. It be the doctors and the nurses. Yep. Doctors played a big part in health insurance and how terrible it is. It's definitely doctors as well. The worry about the bottom line from your insurance. My boyfriend's mom had preeclampsia and slipped into a coma. Her doctor told her that her high blood pressure was from eating pork. She had amnesia for a week. That is insane. The nurses deserve more credit than the doctors. I know that's right. My doctor too. You're lucky for your doctor, but please understand that your experience with your doctor being a good one doesn't negate the fact that this is an issue across the board. Look up the history of health insurance and how it ended up so bad. It's the doctors that benefit from your insurance. I had to have emergency C-section. My daughter is on the spectrum. I felt like that had something to do with it. Baby's not getting oxygen, trying to force labor and all of that. Doulas are important. They will advocate for the mother. Remember, Serena Williams' husband had to advocate for her with her first. I think she had blood clots. You can appeal discharge at any hospital. It talks about hospital births versus home births and doulas, medical malpractice and everything. Okay. For Dr. Jackie to be an OBGYN, this rhetoric is disgusting. I think Dr. Jackie chooses to be silent because she's ignorant like Heavenly to an extent. She wants to play it smart. Heavenly knows her. Yep, exactly. I have an East Indian doctor and she stays ready to put me on bed rest when I'm pregnant. Shout out to her. Listen, I had 3 doctors, all white men when I gave birth. I'm all for Black doctors, but my health was more important. And that's to me the main thing. Is please do not think that just because somebody is a Black doctor that you're going to get better care. That's just all I'm saying. Because that wasn't the case for me either. And it also talks about how a lot of these obstetricians these days don't actually witness any live births because they are all trained to perform C-sections. Oh my God. Best friend, not boyfriend. Got you. Okay. I work in public health and with AA women childbirth. The problem is convoluted. Systematic racism at the root of it all. Yeah, we know that. Your reasons are my reasons as well on pregnancy. It's just scary nowadays. It is. I had a black male OBGYN. I chose him because he was married with children and he spoke about how to advocate for yourself during the process. And it was my first child. I was in my early 20s. Sound like you had a good doctor too. I work in labor and delivery in the NICU. It's bad, y'all. After 8 years, I've seen so much. I don't believe in inductions because they end in long, painful labor and a C-section, like forcing the body to labor. Yeah. Ma'am, you can't make the exception the standard. Do your Googles. Mothers are bleeding out and having postpartum infections at alarming rates. Yes. I just watched SVU episode about how they were billing people for treatments they never received. People are going to start waking up. That I'm telling you, that was the reason why I was like, all skin folk and kinfolk. I know that, right? That's why I was like, I don't want to go to a hospital. My mom was like upset with me about it, but I was just like, I don't want to go to a hospital. I want to have a doula. I want to do it as natural as possible. And if I can't do it natural, then I'll just forego. Like I'm good. The best OBGYN I had was a white woman who listened to me and didn't underestimate my pain when performing the exam. I know that's right. No kids for me. Hell no. I'll stay a fur mom until further notice. I'm telling you, I love my dogs. Okay. I love them. They're amazing. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and press on because I still have a little bit more to talk to you guys about. I hope y'all are enjoying the video. Let's take a little quick break. And when we come back, we'll get into more.